Welcome to this meditation on permission. I wanted to do a clearing on the energy around permission because I see so many of my clients who sit in the energy of feeling that they need to ask permission to move forward, or there's that hesitation. And I can see the energy of, is this the right step? And it's around permission. So some of that can come from programming from childhood, always needing to ask permission, or maybe your parents didn't give you the opportunity to just make a decision. They tried to make it for you. Or it could come from religious programming like a church. It could be from a school. Perhaps a person, was trying to control you, so you always felt like you needed to have permission. A job, a boss, a parent, a partner, a teacher. So those are some of the spaces that we'll look at. So if you sit in the energy of needing permission to take a next step, whether it's conscious or not, and then you'll be limited on what you can create or how far you can go in your life. So as you guys know, these are really short meditations. So if there is something that is really triggering, or there's more to clear, just go ahead and listen to the replay and hit pause and add your own energies in there to look for. We'll do this meditation like we do my others, get you grounded, walk you through setting up to read energy clairvoyantly, and then we'll get going into the healing part of it. So go ahead and take a couple of deep breaths, relax, close your eyes. It's best if your feet are flat on the floor, about hips width apart. Your legs are crossed and you're trying to release energy, it makes it a little bit harder. The energy doesn't release quite as easily or as well. Tune into your space. If you had a busy day, especially, your energy may be spread way far out around you. Ideally, you want your aura 2 to 3 feet around you on all sides. Your aura looks like an egg-shaped bubble that surrounds your body. So imagine if you could scoop or just call back or envision moving your energy back closer in around your body so that you are sitting in your aura. And for those of you who know how to create a grounding cord and you have one attached, to go ahead and release it. It's like you unhook it from the base of your spine, allow it to retract into the center of the planet, and then create a brand new one in present time. Grounding cord's a line of energy. I like to use the image of a hollow tube where I attach that at the base of my spine, which is approximately where your root chakra is. I see that hollow tube go down through the seat where I'm sitting, through the floor beneath me, through the layers of the planet. Don't overthink it. It can happen pretty fast. Imagine a hollow tube from the base of your spine plugging into the crystalline core of the planet. So it just attaches. If it feels like it's loosely attached, you don't know how to make it stick, you could use images of tape, a staple gun, Velcro. You just want to make sure that your grounding cord is securely fastened at both ends. And then I like to expand my grounding cord out to encompass at least my hips. You can go wider if you want. You could expand it out to encompass the edge of your aura. Whatever feels right to you. You just want to make sure that your grounding cord isn't the size of a drinking straw, because that would not allow you to release energies very quickly. So if you expand it out, make sure it's as wide at the top and then the middle as it is in the center of the planet. And once you have that grounding cord attached, it works with gravity to help pull the energies that you want to release out of your body, out of your space, out of your aura. So when I call out some energies in a few moments, just have the thought that that grounding cord has some suction, that's gravity, and whatever you put your attention on, gravity will pull that out of your space, down through the grounding cord into the center of the planet where those energies are recycled. So just have the thought that the busyness of your day, any junky energy, any frustrations, any people, just have the thought of where that's being held in your space and release it down the grounding cord all the way to the center of the planet. And don't forget to breathe. Maybe you need to do some nice exhales while you're having gravity pull that energy out of your space. There's so much crazy unconscious energy on the planet right now. That's one that I look for in my space every day. Sometimes I can see it sitting up above my head or just have the awareness it's around me. That's the collective energy on the planet. So whatever, or it could be your unconscious energy too, but whatever you feel that's like an unconscious energy, I always see it as like a white kind of foggy energy or a whitish gray energy. Kind of tune in. Is there any of that unconscious energy in your space? And if there is, send it down the grounding cord. In your daily life, excuse me, if you're feeling ungrounded, it's hard to concentrate, you feel like you have a lot of people in your space, really, if you could just sit down and practice grounding and releasing, which we're doing now, and in a moment we'll collect up our energy. But when you're not in present time, which grounding and releasing and replenishing, collecting up your energy and filling yourself in, that can cause anxiety because that means if you're not in your body, other energies will start to gather in your space and really throw you off. So if you're feeling ungrounded, unconscious, anxiety, really try and use the grounding and replenishing tools because it really helps. All right, just a couple more energies. Anybody's problems that have been left in your space, release those. And any stress or tension you're feeling in your body, tune in. Where are you holding on to tension or stress? And allow it to release. And start at the top of your head and let that stress and tension release out of your scalp, around your ears, your jaws, anything around your neck, shoulders, back, your arms. Release it out of your torso, your hips, down your legs, your feet. Make sure you're sending that all the way to the center of the planet because your grounding cord can get backed up, believe it or not. It's like a black backed up pipe. So you want to make sure you're kind of have that awareness that it's literally going into the center of the planet. It's pulled all the way in. It's what's pulled in is that foreign energy you're releasing, just to clarify. Okay, once you release, you should always replenish. So think about where you left your energy over the past couple days. If you haven't collected up your energy since last time we met, then maybe your energy's still a month out away from you from 30 days ago. Could be out in years ago. So imagine if you want to collect your energy up, you have a symbol to do that. So above your head, about 6 inches, create a warm golden sun. It's just an image. And that sun has the ability to collect your energy up. And I see it like, I always see my energy coming back to me like a vapor. So if you imagine like an Aladdin or a genie where the genie's energy turns into a vapor and the vapor flows into the genie, um, um, the genie, the container, forget what it's called, the lamp. Imagine that your energy is a vapor and it collects up and flows back into the sun above your head. So think about where you left your energy 360 degrees in places and spaces with people out in the astral from when you have gone to bed at night. Collect your energy up, direct it into that sun above your head. And if you haven't done it in a while, you may need to do a few golden suns. We'll just do one right now. So whatever you've collected up, imagine you could bring that sun in through the top of your head and allow that gold energy, which is your life force energy that you just collected up, that starts to fill your body in. So you can fill from the top down or the bottom up. So I like to have that energy start flowing into the tips of my toes, saturating all my cells up my legs. Make sure you really saturate your cells and your organs in your torso. You're filling yourself up where some of that energy spills down your arms to your fingertips and then up to the top of your head. And that's how you work to get yourself in present time. Release, replenish. All right, good job. Now we're going to go ahead and start working on the energy of clearing the energy of permission around permission. So to look at anything clairvoyantly, and I know you've all been on the calls, so you're going to just have to hear my quick little spiel for anybody who's listening to a replay who does not know how to look at energy clairvoyantly. In order to look at energy, you need to create a space to view that. I create what's called a viewing screen. It's like a white blank screen out in front of my head. It's just like you would look at a computer screen or a TV screen, but if it's white, it's a little bit easier to see images. So out in front of you, about a foot, create a white viewing screen. It's about a foot tall, a foot wide. And at the base of that screen, you're going to want to anchor it into the planet. So I use a hollow tube. It's like a grounding cord. So from the base of the spine, from the base of the screen, it plugs in and goes down through the layers of the planet and plugs into the crystalline core. That'll hold your screen in place. And in order to look at the energy you want to heal tonight, you're going to need to use a symbol. So in order to look at and heal a vibration, you literally need to put that energy into a symbol to be able to start reading it. That's how you look at energy clairvoyantly. So there's a couple different ways you can do this, whatever is easier for you. You've got your screen out in front of you. And if you want to look at the energy of permission, either create a symbol of a clear rose or a clear bubble, whatever's easier for you to create. So create that clear symbol, rose or bubble on your screen. And as you're creating it, you have the thought or the intention that it's going to hold the energy around permission. That's the permission that's stuck in your space. And just like on your body, that symbol's going to need a way to release energy. So from the base of the symbol, that rose or bubble, you're going to attach a hollow tube, a grounding cord that's going to go down through the layers of the planet, plug into the crystalline core, and that will work with gravity. So when you look at or find an energy that you want to release, you're going to send it down the grounding cord, and it's no effort. Gravity does the work for you. All you have to do is say hello to it, like I see you, texture, color, because energies are held in textures or colors. So when I call out something for you to look for, it might show up as a dark blob, texture, color, something that you think, oh, that does not belong in my space. And that's the energy that you're going to be releasing. So the goal is to clear as much as you can and to reset this space. So before you start to release the energies that you're seeing in that space, because as you created it, you might already see it full of foreign energy that you're going to want to release. So I want you to ask the symbol, because you can always talk to symbols. Take an honest look at the symbol you created and ask ask the symbol what percentage from 0 to 100, 100 being it's being completely affected by this energy. So this is what you'll ask. How much of the energy of permission is affecting my ability to move forward? And listen for the number. Just go with the first number you get. If it's a very low number, congratulations. Even if there's any percentage, that'll still be something you want to clear. And if it's really full, then you're going to be clearing a lot tonight. So, and that's good. All right. So again, energy can go, the energy of permission can go all the way back to childhood. You could have had a controlling parent again, or a coach, or someone who really made you not have confidence in making your own decisions and made you feel like you need to ask permission. So I'm going to start to call out some energies. And because you have the grounding cord, right now, just say hello to the symbol and the dark textures and colors, or the energy that doesn't belong. You might even see a person in there. Say hello to that and start to release the energy down the grounding cord. And if it's a person, just send them right down. It doesn't hurt them. It just clears them out of your space. So give it overall hello to that. Start sending energies down the grounding cord. And I'm going to say this. This wasn't in my notes, but as I'm watching you guys all release the energies, this initial release or cleanse, the energy of punishment came up. And I think that's a really good thing to actually look at, because sometimes we don't make decisions because we're afraid we're going to be punished. So I'm glad I saw that. Some of you have that in your space. So in your symbol right now, I want you to ask to be shown any energy around punishment that's being illuminated in that space. Punished for where you made a decision, and that came back to kind of bite you. So if there's the energy of punishment in the symbol, please release it. Ooh, I can hear it and feel it. So a few of you really have that in your space. Some of that has to do with parents, and we'll be clearing that out in a minute. And for a couple of you, I can hear yelling. So if there's yelling, if you feel like there's yelling, or if this is really activating you, remember you have a grounding cord on your body, so you don't have to sit in pain. You release that energy out of your body while you're working the symbol on your screen. You can kind of multitask a little bit. Some of you may need to go back and work that energy of punishment again, because there's still a bit in a couple of your spaces. All right, let's start the next energy, looking at the energy of parents, um, and parents and family. Look, of course, there's rules about permission, but sometimes it goes on and it's very extreme, and you weren't able to clear that. So if you see any energy around parents and the programming around permission, whatever you see, go ahead and release it down the grounding cord on that symbol and send it to the center of the planet. Okay, let's move on, excuse me, to partners, past or present. Partners who tried to control you. Maybe they made you feel that you needed to ask permission to um, make a purchase, make a decision. Yes, partnerships can be, there's cooperation, but some partners are controlling. And if you find a partner, past or present, where they left their energy around you needing permission from them, and trust me, I see it all the time in people in marriages. Whatever that is, go ahead and release it if it's in your space, in your symbol. When I call out these energies, and if you feel like they're screaming, because I'm still getting screaming energy, so if you maybe grew up in a household where there was a lot of screaming or loud, or a partner that yelled or whatever, I can feel it in my head and I can hear it. So every time I bring up a new energy for you to look at, if you feel like it's loud in your head, it's probably energy also in that symbol. So imagine releasing it out of your head as well as out of the symbol in front of you. Okay, let's move on to the energy of like a religious organization. And that's going to be highly charged for a lot of people, because especially if you were raised, Catholic or some of the other religions where there's a ton of programming. Some people could look at, I know somebody who's in a cult, so it could be cult energy, religious programming. So tune into your symbol, and if there's energy around permission, around religious programming, go ahead and release it. And if there isn't religious programming, but you're seeing energy, that could just be like a group, maybe you had joined a group of some type, and there was the energy of permission. So go ahead and release it. And it could even be, you just say one more thing, a company you worked for. One of the energies I'm hearing when I'm looking at all of you is follow the rules, like a real stern follow the rules. And that could be from um, an institution, even like a school. For if for those of us who are older, there's probably even a lot more rules in school. I know there's still rules now, but uh, follow the rules. And think about this: if you went to a university and you studied whatever topic, a lot of times they want you to follow what they say. I'll give you an example. I have a client who's a psychologist, and I could see the university where she studied in her space saying, you need to do it this way, or it's wrong. So if you studied at a university, or you think about your old schooling or teachers that were programming you that you needed permission to do things a certain way, don't think outside the box. Go ahead and release the energy of institutions, schooling, teachers, coaches. And I'm going to give you a minute because we're getting close to time. This is so fast. But please, if there's more to release, go back and listen to this again. You might be able to come up with a list, and it could be specific incidences where you might want to make notes and go back and listen and release, like if whether it's a father's energy or a mother's energy, a sibling's energy. But I just want to give you a minute to look for anything else that you feel is in your space that needs to be cleared in order for you to have freedom to make your own decisions, take your next step on your path, whether it's a person, a place, a thing. So I'll give you like 60 seconds to go ahead and look in your symbol for anything else that you want to clear that is keeping you from making decisions to take your next step on your path. That you finish up. If you could think of like, if you wanted to set this at a color, what does that look like to you? You can do that, or as you're releasing this energy, you might start to see a high bright color kind of come into focus. And that's kind of something that you'll want to see if you can expand to the edges of your symbol so that you can uh, finish clearing the energy of needing to feel like you need to ask permission and being able to start trusting your decisions so that you can take your next step. So if you see a color in there, any, like even a crack of a high bright color, green, yellow, purple, orange, whatever that is to you, if you can see if you can take that color, or if not, just envision gold and see if you can expand that out into this symbol. You really want that color to touch the edges of the, if it's a rose, to the edges of the petals, if it's a bubble, to the inside or the edge of the bubble. That'll just help you have more seniority in that space. All right, ask that symbol real quickly. Ask it what percentage do you have? What percentage do you still need to clear if there is any around permission, and see if the numbers improved from your first ask. So whatever is showing you that there's still remaining energy, that'll be something that you want to go back and release. You can go through these again or add some of your own, these intentions. All right, go ahead and let's raise the vibration up even higher. Create an image of a golden sun above your symbol on the screen. And I just want you to take that golden sun and bring it in through the top of that symbol and saturate that space with gold. And then create one more golden sun above that symbol, and let's put some energies into that symbol to kind of set this space at a better intention, higher vibration. So I like to see it as words written in gold floating into the sun, or just the intention. So above the symbol and the golden sun that you created above the symbol on your screen, you could add the intention or the words, "I am safe taking my next step." Um, I can own my personal power, creativity, confidence, freedom, independence. Anything else you want to add into that sun? Go ahead and add those energies in there. Bring that sun in through the top of the symbol and saturate that symbol one more time to the edges with all of those wonderful high vibrational energies. And You never wanna leave a symbol that you're working, you don't wanna leave that on your screen, because if, say you wanted to look at something else a different day, you just don't want that energy remaining out in front of you. In order to clear that off your screen, there's a few different ways to do that. Excuse me. Sometimes I'll just explode it. That is easy for me. But if you don't like that energy of just exploding it, you're not canceling out what you did. You're just clearing the energy. You could see it explode into a billion pieces of gold glitter. You could, to the right of the symbol, create a gold bubble and just slide that symbol into the gold bubble and pop it. Or you could create a gold rose next to the right of that, to the symbol you're using, and then just move it into a gold rose and blow it up. So those are three different ways you can clear an energy off your screen. Right, because whatever you work on your screen works on clearing energy out of your physical body, you need to replenish your body as well. So create a sun above your head where you're sitting. And let's add some energies into the sun, just like you did in the symbol. So I'll suggest a few and you can add some of your own. Above your head in that sun, add the energies of self-love. Again, I am safe making decisions. Uh, I'm safe taking my next step. Ease, flow, enthusiasm, freedom, maybe some humor and amusement as these energies are processing and clearing, laughter, anything else you want to add those energies into that sun above your head. Then bring that sun in through the top of your head. And this is where you really want to saturate all your cells and organs with those vibrations, because that's where you're setting your energy. That's where you're going to be vibrating. I like to send some of those yummy energies down through my grounding cords. So I'm grounded with those specific energies from the center of the planet to the top of my head to my fingertips. So run some of that energy down your grounding cord. And when you're ready, you can take a couple of deep breaths and come out of trance. Thanks for being here. Have a good night.